try.
Then if you try playing it, or then you
Then
will
it
see
might
the
rotate.
propel. Yeah, it will be just rotating constantly.
Oh. Okay, ma'am. Sure. I'll try that and I'll let you know, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am. Yeah, and Pevish ma'am, I just got your report. I'll just see it and I'll tell you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, and uh, Shiva Shankari ma'am, I'm really sorry I was not able to see it as there were some issues here. I'll see and I'll update you too, ma'am. Yeah, but I saw the video that you sent, and it was like you have animated the lines or what, ma'am? Your audio is not connected, I think, Shiva Shankari ma'am. Kindly check your audio device.
Ma'am, Ramya ma'am.
Yes, Shanti Sheila ma'am.
Ma'am, I chosen the game object cube, ma'am.
Okay.
When I try to expand, it's not coming, ma'am. Where I am,
Ma'am, can you please select the cube from the inspector panel, ma'am? Now I think both the scene and the cube are selected. Can you press F, ma'am? F.
F. Only F, ma'am.
Yeah. You have to select the cube and then press F.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. For a long time, I am trying to do something. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, now because both the scene and then the game object might have been selected. That is why you were not able to see the cube. At times, whenever you are not able to view any game object on this scene, you just have to select that game object from the hierarchy and then press F.
Okay, ma'am.
So F means focus. It will just focus that game object.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, this is Ajita, ma'am.
Yes, Ajita ma'am. Ajita ma'am, I'm really sorry. I was not able to see your project. I'll
My
see it.
mobile, no, I'm getting the voice only, ma'am. Video is not coming.
Okay.
But in laptop, it's working. That is, the video is running on the plane.
Okay. Can you? Okay. Can we do this reviewing session towards the end of the class, ma'am,
Okay.
so that we can have sufficient time to do it?
Okay.
Teachers, shall we get into the next topic, or do you require any clarifications before we get into the next topic?
Ma'am, I'm Sridharaman, ma'am.
Yes, Sethuraman, sir.
Have you seen my report?
Yes, sir. I saw yours. It is yeah, okay. I require some clarifications in the project, sir. Maybe towards the end, I will get in touch with you and then I'll get the clarifications done, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Sure.
Ma'am?
Yes,
Ramya, ma'am?
Shiva Shankari, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually now my voice is audible.
Yes, ma'am. Now it is fine.
Actually, mine is that book and corresponding book review. It is look like a book app. When you show the book, the corresponding overall view about the book video will be played.
Okay.
Then I will convert into APK. So then I deployed and tested in my Redmi mobile phone.
Okay, great, ma'am. So it worked for you.
Yeah, it's working fine, ma'am. Now I tested just my mobile. Whenever I show that one, the video and audio both will be played on that one.
Great,
Okay.
ma'am. Great, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So yes, Joni, ma'am.
Ma'am, I got an error during that build.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That might be maximum of the minimum target level that you have chosen. So we'll see that towards the end, ma'am, as I told
Okay,
you.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, dear teacher. So I'm hoping that you all have got the concept of augmented reality, how it will look like, how you can develop it and things. But before I can proceed to virtual reality, I'll tell you whatever we have learned so far is just very basic. It is just to introduce you to augmented reality. Okay, so depending on this, it is up to your interest whether to learn any further in this and to bring in some teaching ideas, right? So in some topics, I hope that you are all really passionate towards teaching. So sometimes when we teach something to our students, and when we see them that they have not got the concept, even after we explain for around some 5 or 6 times, even after that, if the students are not getting the concept, then there will be a little disappointment for us, right? So in case if you are not able to explain concepts and all, you can actually plan to execute those concepts using your augmented reality and virtual reality, as both these technologies are like immersive. Okay, they give immersive experience to your students, to your users, whoever uses your application. So it will be a different method of training approach. Right? You might have learned so many training methodologies, right? So of that, let's say if we take Bloom's taxonomy, what is the final level of Bloom's taxonomy?
Create.
Creating, great. So when we plan of creating, then we should be the creators, right? So if we are not creating that, we cannot expect our students to create something new. If we just tell them that bring in some good ideas, bring in some great ideas, all these things only will be through words. We have to create and show them something, so that it will motivate our students to create something else, right? So that is what I am just expecting from you all from this end of the course. It should not be like plain augmented reality application or virtual reality application, just that you were asked to attend this, or you passed just to attend this. Regardless of all these things, you have to be involved, and you have to think from within of what best you can bring out through these technologies. Okay, and as I told you, these are very basics. If you want to learn any further, I'll tell you it will be of depending on the scripting process, everything is there. Okay, so if you are fine with learning C# script and executing different ideas, you are most welcome to do it, right? So yes, on telling this one, let me quickly share my screen and introduce our next topic to you all. Right, okay. So our next topic is going to be virtual reality. Okay, so that day I showed you virtual reality headsets, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So these are all virtual reality headsets. There are so many types of virtual reality headsets, but there are only two classifications of it. Okay. So one classification will be like you will insert your mobile phone into this headset. Okay. Can you see this? This particular headset. I mean, you will be inserting your mobile into the headset, and then you will be experiencing virtual reality. The other classification is this one, where the sensors, whatever required, will be built inside this headset itself, so that you needn't insert any other external device. Okay, it just acts by its own because it has got all the sensors that are required. So these are the two major classifications of VR headsets. Okay, so some of the headsets that require mobile phones to be inserted in them and then experience the VR is one is you have heard of this VR box, VR box, cardboard box. I mean, Google Cardboard. It was. Okay, this is VR box. The previous version of this VR box is a Google Cardboard. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Does any one of you have this kind of headset at your home? I mean, have you seen anything of this sort? Okay, this was the first VR headset. I mean, the headset that that got the evolution. So it has a pair of concave lenses. Okay, and then you will just hold it in front of your eyes like this, and here can you see this yellow kind of part? So this is where you will insert the phone. Okay, this has a detailed explanation. So this is how you keep your phone, and then you'll hold it, and then you will just wear it. You'll just hold it in front of your eyes, and then you'll be able to visualize the virtual reality experience. Okay, this was the first headset that was evolution. I mean, that was popularly known for virtual reality experience. Okay, so after this, there came this VR box. Okay, so previously in this Google Cardboard, as you see here, the belt was not attached and all. So it was just a device where you will literally hold and experience virtual reality. Then VR box came in with some features like it got the controller. Okay, you see here, right? So it got one controller like this, where we'll be able to control whatever is happening inside our phone. And then this came as a wearable. Okay, so as you see here, it has a belt, so we can wear it, and then our hands will be free. All right, so then we'll be inserting our phone over here. Okay. So this is the place. Okay, this is not how it actually looks like. Just to make you people understand, I'm showing this one. So where they'll enter the phone is, you see a kind of hole here, right? So usually it will be closed like this. Okay, in case if you want to insert a phone, you will have to pull it out. It is just like a door. You pull it out and then you insert your phone, and then you put it back inside again. So that is how you will be inserting a phone inside this, and then with the help of the controller, you'll be able to control whatever is inside. All right. And after this, there came so many other types of the same classification. Okay, one of them is Samsung Gear VR. Okay, so then Samsung introduced their Gear VR. So here also, okay, this is the headset precisely. So here, this front part is there, right? The thin one. So this one will be acting like a door. Okay, you will remove this, and then you will insert your phone here, and then you will remove this glass thing back, and then it will hold, right? And then yeah, this is the controller of it. So you will be controlling. So this is a trackpad. Okay, this one is called as a trackpad, and then you will have this plus and minus symbol. Then you will have this return symbol, home button. So if you press the buttons over here, then the mobile screen will be controlled when you are wearing the VR headset, right? So this is one type of headset. The other type is HTC Vive. Okay, so this is one thing. So this is one type of headset where you needn't insert any external devices like phone into this headset, because this headset has got its own sensors and all right? And then the other type, okay, when I talk about HTC Vive, can you see these wires passing behind the girl's head who is wearing this, right? So these are not standalone devices, okay? So these the wires connect the headset to the system, to the computer, okay? And then you'll be seeing the virtual reality experience. Then the other type of this is going to be WMR. Okay, this is extremely different than the other two, right? I mean, this is more similar to HTC Vive that I showed you previously. So this also has got wires running through it. So this WMR is particularly for Windows systems. Okay, so Windows Mixed Reality is the is the abbreviation for this WMR. Okay, so this particularly is like a high-end VR. Let me address it as like high-end VR, where it expects the graphics card and all to be that much to give a, a good virtual reality experience. Okay, so this wires connect this headset to our Windows system, right? And then the related virtual reality experience will be done. I mean, will be experienced, right? So after finding all these things, that is after seeing that the people are not feeling it very comfortable to wear all these wired headsets, then there came this headset Oculus. Okay, Oculus Quest 2, let me say. Okay, so Oculus Quest 2 is one type of headset that doesn't require any, okay, this is a standalone device. By saying the word standalone, it means that it doesn't require any wires running through the head, or it doesn't require any external device like phone inserted in it to show the virtual reality experience. It just functions by itself. Okay, right. So actually, I thought of making each and every one of you to build applications for any of the devices, that is whatever is available there in the college. I thought you people can make use of it. But the thing is, each and every device have got each and every software development kit, SDK integration to be done. Okay, that as beginners you might feel it a bit difficult. Okay, so just to make you people to come inside the development phase, I thought we'll just go with this Oculus Quest development itself, so that you can first start how it is developed, and then you can go to the expanding forms of it, like you can explore whatever you would want. All right. Is there any clarification required till now?
No, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay, thank you so much. Right. So further to explaining about so many types of headsets, now I would want to introduce one important topic to you all. Okay. So that is going to be, I'll just type it out here. That is going to be 3DOF and 6DOF. Is anyone familiar with this term DOF?
Degrees of freedom.
Great, great. So DOF means degrees of freedom. Okay, so I'll just underline it here. So degrees of freedom. Okay. So degrees of freedom. When I say this word degrees of freedom, I'll show you a couple of videos. Just observe it and tell me if you were able to find anything in it. Okay. So let me just expand this. Okay, before I could proceed, I'll tell you this is the controller, and the output that you are seeing here is seen through a virtual reality headset. Okay, when wearing the virtual reality headset, this is what the user, this person, is seeing. Okay, so here, as you see, this is a game. Okay, and in this part, this controller here is acting like this sword in the game, in the VR application that is going on inside. Now this controller is acting like this machine that is running. Okay, that is just achieving its target. So we call this one as the player. Okay, the player, right? Um, so with this, what you get to know is you can program this controller to be anything in your virtual reality. If you wish, this can be a SWAT. If you wish, that can be a player who is just running towards the target. If you wish, that can be an injection where you integrate it with medicine. Medicine field. Okay. If you wish, this can be the gear rod for your engine. So it is up to you of defining and deciding of what you want your controller to be. All right. Now I'll show you next video. Okay, can you see? The player is holding two controllers with him. Okay, this is going to be Oculus. So the player is holding two controllers. So the two controllers are acting like these cubes over here. And this is the player's head. Okay. So observe thoroughly. Yeah, the player is bending down literally. And as you see here, the player's head is also bending down as he does here. Right, so however the player moves, the visual here, that is the player character, also moves. Right, so comparing this video with this video, here the player was just able to move his controller where it was integrated with some other game object, right? Even if he moves his head and all, nothing in the scene is moving. Okay, just the sword is moving, but the scene, as he moves his head, the scene is not moving. Okay, and if he tends to walk forward, the scene will not walk forward. All right, but here, however the player does, the same thing is replicated over here in the scene also. Right, so this is called as 6 degrees of freedom. That is, you will be, however you move, however, if you move forward, the visual that is in front of you will also move forward. If you move sideways, then the visual also will move sideways, like that. But here in 3 degrees of freedom, you will just stand in a place. The visual alone will tend to move forward or backward or however it is programmed. Okay. So these are the differences between 3 degrees of freedom and 6 degrees of freedom. So with Oculus Quest, we'll be working with 6 degrees of freedom. Okay. That is, however you move, it will give an appearance like the screen itself is moving. Right. So further to this, I'll show you one video. Many of you might have seen this, I think. Yeah. So you'll be wearing virtual reality headset. Okay, just imagine yourself wearing virtual reality headset and sitting here. All right. You'll feel as if you are traveling there. These are all 3 degrees of freedom. Okay, because even if you move forward, it is not going to move forward or it is not going to move backward. It is this programmed to be in this way where the camera alone moves so that the user feels as if the user itself is moving. Okay, so these are some of the visuals that explains 3 degrees of freedom and 6 degrees of freedom. Was it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Then, next, as you see here, virtual reality is an immersive computer simulated technology that makes you feel that you are in a complete different world. So when I talked about augmented reality, I told you that some augmented object will be placed on the real world. Okay, there we won't feel as if we are in a different world. We will obviously know that we are existing in the real world, and then some other augmented visual is being placed in a real world that is making us feel different about the environment. This is the thing in augmented reality. But when you come to virtual reality, the moment when you wear the virtual reality headset, it will completely take you to whatever environment you are seeing inside the headset. Right? It will completely give you some kind of immersive experience that you will be facing as a reality. All right. So this is how it is termed as the word virtual reality. Right. So when I talk about virtual reality, I mean, when I told you about augmented reality, I told you that there is this one important sensor that is required for augmented reality. What was it?
Camera.
Camera. Great. So when we talk about virtual reality, we require 3 important sensors. Okay. So one is going to be magnetometer, one is going to be accelerometer, and the other one is going to be gyroscopic sensor. All right. So IoT teachers, are you aware of this? Can someone tell me what is magnetometer, what is accelerometer, if you have known it? Shall I proceed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah. So when we talk about magnetometer, you all have a compass in your phone, right? So you will have one, yeah, you'll have an external application for compass in your phone. So whenever you get into it, it just tends to show you the direction, right? So the magnetometer is like the compass. It measures the magnetic field, right? That is around you when you get into virtual reality headset, right? The next important sensor is going to be accelerometer. All right. So now let me show you an image of phone. Okay. Precisely, we'll take some of the. All right. Do I need this one? Right, I'll take this one. So yes, we'll have this font, right? When we are holding it like this, which is going to be our x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. The width of it is going to be x-axis, right? The length of it is going to be y-axis, right? And the thickness of the phone, right? How much thick the phone is going to be the z-axis, right? So this is going to be x, y, and the one that is the thickness here is the z-axis of the phone. Okay, so just imagine holding the same phone in landscape mode. Okay, do I have any presentation for landscape? Okay, I'll take this one. Okay, so when we hold this in landscape mode, now tell me which is going to be x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis.
Length will be the x-axis.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And width will
So,
be y-axis.
Yeah, this is going to be x-axis, this is going to be y-axis, and this is going to be z-axis. Now, I'll get back to this image. So here, when we are holding the phone, right, to detect which is the x-axis, which is the y-axis, and which is the z-axis, this accelerometer sensor plays its role over there. Okay, so in case if we are, you all have seen YouTube videos in your phone, right? So however direction you hold your phone, the video tend to turn in that direction, right? If you are going to hold your phone like this, then the video will be appearing only in this place, and over here you will have suggestions for other videos, and here you will have the description for that particular video and things, right? But the same time, when you try to tilt this phone into landscape, so what happens? The video that is playing only here in the portrait view tends to play in the entire screen when you tilt it to the landscape, right? To notice all these minor changes, so to notice all these changes, we'll require accelerometer sensor. Okay, and then the next thing is going to be gyroscopic sensor. Okay, so this gyroscopic sensor is just similar to this accelerometer sensor, right? So what it does is it helps to detect minor changes. Okay, so here if we tilt like this, okay, if we are holding our phone in the portrait mode, then the details over here, okay, the network thing and the battery, the world support, all the things will be displayed over here. But at the same time, when we tilt our phone in the landscape mode, everything will change depending on the position that you are holding the phone, right? So to detect all these minor changes also, this gyroscopic sensor plays its important role, right? So where does this gyroscopic sensor play its role in virtual reality is in head tracking. Okay, so you'll be wearing the virtual reality headset, and however you move however you move your head, as you saw here in the video, however you move the head, it should also track your head movement, right? So to track your head and head's movement and display the visuals accordingly, this gyroscopic sensor will play its important role, right? And when we talk about virtual reality outputs, okay, so your applications will always be in your landscape mode. Okay, so they won't be in portrait, they'll be in landscape mode when you get into virtual reality, creating virtual reality um, applications. All right, so these are the three important sensors that are required for virtual reality. Was it clear? Was there any doubt?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Vishnu. All right, shall we proceed to the next one? Okay, so till these classes, we were we were dealing with the technology augmented reality, and we were creating applications for augmented reality, right? So from today onwards, we'll be creating applications for virtual reality. That is, that will be enabled inside this virtual reality headset. Okay. So yes, further to that, what I'll do, I'll go into Unity. I'll create one new project, right? Today we'll be learning how to set our project for virtual reality. So how did we set our project for augmented reality? Does anyone remember? How did we turn one plain Unity project into augmented reality project?
Euphoria engine.
Yeah, great. So we installed this Euphoria engine SDK package into Unity, and the moment it was imported and installed, the project turned into augmented reality project, right? So there is also some customs that has to be followed to convert a plain Unity project into virtual reality project, right? So now we'll start learning from the basics. So let me name this project as one here. Okay, so once it is loaded, I'll tell you how to bring in one app icon. Okay, so I told you that you will have to bring app icon to, you can have any customized applications icon for your project and all, right? So I didn't tell you how to make it. I'll just give a quick insight in importing an app icon, and then we'll proceed to the next thing. Okay, right. So to import an app icon, that is after you go to file, build settings, and then in the player settings. Okay. So here in the player settings, you have this default icon, right? I told you that you will be able to set this icon, right? So in order to set it, what we have to do is first choose any image. Okay, that is, the image should be in JPEG or PNG. Okay, all right. Okay, let me just drag this and drop it here. Okay, whichever JPEG or PNG image that you are planning to use, you have to locate wherever it is in your system and then drag it and drop it here in the assets folder. Okay, after doing this, what you have to do, till now this image is just the plain JPEG or PNG image, whatever format you have imported here, it is just that format. Okay, so first thing we have to okay, what did I address the 2D images or objects in Unity as? We told that 3D is going to be game objects. Simultaneously, I told you that 2D is going to be this. So does anyone remember that terminology? Does anyone remember how should we address a 2D image in Unity? Yes. You forgot I told you that it is the name of a soft drink.
Sprite. Huh?
Great, Joni ma'am. You remember, glad you remember it. Yeah. So these are called as sprites. Okay. So in order to have any 2D image inside your project, okay, other than the ones that you are planning to have as textures, all the other images have to be converted as sprites in Unity. Okay. So for that, what you have to do is whichever image you are importing here, just select it so that the properties of the image will be loaded here in the inspector panel, right? So after this, here you have this texture type. All right. So usually it is set into default. So here you have to click the drop down and then you have to choose this sprite 2D and UI. Okay. So till now we have just chosen how to execute it, right? I mean, how to display it, right? So just observe this icon well. And the moment I hit apply, observe how it looks like. Okay. So now I have chosen this sprite 2D and UI. And then I'm hitting apply. Can you see here? One play icon kind of thing is seen, right? So this means that it is converted into sprite. Okay. Now what you have to do is go to file, build settings, layer settings, and then there are two ways to bring it here. Either you can give select so that it displays you the things or the sprites what are all available in your Unity project, or you can just drag this and drop it here. Okay, this is how you will set any icons. Was it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, great. So next, okay, now we'll get into the major business. Okay, so yes, start a VR project. There are three things that are majorly required. Okay, so one is going to be game engine. Okay, the game engine that we are using is Unity, and the next one is going to be VR headset. Okay, so we'll be having it in the university, right? And the third thing is going to be SDK, the software development kit that we'll be installing in this project, right? So yes, to start with, what we have to do is we have to go to package manager and install XR interaction toolkit. Okay, to access package manager, you have to go to this window, right? So in this window, you will have this tab called as package manager. Select it and then it will display you what are all the packages that are available in this project. Okay, so you have to change that first. Can you see this one here, packages in project? So you have to click the drop down and then give this as Unity registry. So once you have given that, whichever package is available in Unity registry will be shown here. Okay, now from here, you have to search for.
Ma'am,
Yes,
package
ma'am.
manager is available in that asset folder, ma'am. Assets, assets.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So here in window, you have to go to this package manager.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thanks.
Okay, we have to search for this XR interaction toolkit. All right. So to do it, what you have to do, in case if you are dealing with, okay, give me a moment.
Ma'am, you are muted, ma'am. Ramya, ma'am.
Ma'am, Ramya ma'am. You're
Oh,
muted, ma'am.
sorry. Now can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So yes, you have to go to this XR plugin management. Okay, that is in the project settings. So after going here, I mean from here, that is here you'll have the settings button, and then you just give this advanced project settings. Then you will get this project settings tab. Okay, from here you have to choose this extra plugin management. So from this extra plugin management, you have to give this install extra plugin management. Right. So once you give install extra plugin management, the XR plugin will be installed. So we are dealing with virtual reality, right? You might have a question like, why are we installing this XR and all? So this is because, I mean, XR means extended reality. Okay, that is the combination of both augmented reality and also virtual reality. So AR plus VR plus MR, mixed reality. So to be precise, AR plus VR gives you mixed reality. Okay, MR. So all these three, yes, ma'am.
Where is project setting, ma'am? And where you go?
Okay, project settings you can access in two ways. You can just go to edit and here you will have project settings.
Okay.
The other way you can just go to the package manager and here you will have settings button. You just give this advanced project settings.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Get back to it. In this project settings, you have to choose this XR plugin management. Okay. So from this XR plugin management, here you have to choose this Oculus. Okay, that is in the standalone. You have to choose Oculus here, and then go to Android, and here you just enable Oculus. Okay, yeah. So now after doing this, okay, after doing this, what you have to do is, all right, so we have installed this extra plugin management also, right? So now, next to it, what we'll do, we'll just start setting up the game objects in our project. Okay, so to start with, what I'll do, I'll just first rename the sample scene and save scene, save scene as. We have scene, save. Okay, Now what I'll do, I'll just import a plane. Okay. So yeah, I have imported a plane, and then now what I'll do, I'll just apply some material to this plane randomly. Okay. So I'll just create a folder, name that materials. Okay, so I'll have black color as the material. Okay, I'll just apply it to the plane. Right. So now we have just set up something like a floor that will act like a floor inside virtual reality scene. Okay. So next to it, what we are going to do is mm, we are going to set up the camera. Okay, that is why are we setting up the camera is it is going to act like the player. Okay, I mean wherever the player will be moving around, the player's position, all the things will be defined by the camera only. Right. So to do it, what we are going to do is we'll first delete this main camera. Okay, we don't want this main camera in the scene. We'll just delete off this main camera, right? So after deleting the main camera, now what we'll do, we are going to set a player area as I told you earlier. Okay, that is a player area in the sense of wherever the player's position is detected, wherever the player moves. So who is the player here? The one who is wearing the virtual reality headset is going to be the player. Okay, so now we are going to define the player's area, right? So it is also called as VR rig. All right. So now what we'll do, we'll just import one empty game object. Okay. So now I'll name this game object as VR rig. Okay. So yeah, make sure that the position is set to 0, 0, 0 in all the 3 axes. All right. So after doing it, what we have to do, by selecting this VR rig, okay, we have to go to this inspector panel and give add component. All right. So in the add component, we have to search for a script. Okay. The script is going to be XR rig. We cannot find it. Okay, just a minute. Okay, we have to install one more thing for it. Okay, so to do it, what we have to do is we have to install this XR toolkit. Okay, so to do it, yeah. Mm, okay, we need to find the advanced settings. So over there only we'll be able to see the XR interaction toolkit manager. So Give me a moment. Okay, we need to get something called as XR interaction toolkit. Okay, I'm just searching for it. Please give me a moment. Okay, can we take some break? I'll just log into my Windows system. There seems something in Mac. Is it fine, Seetharaman and Mahendran sir? Is it okay? Just give me some 10 minutes of break, something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll just switch my system and then we'll get back. Maybe by 12:15, can we all meet again? So that we can get lunch by 12:50. Yeah.
Just ask Seetharaman sir. Hello, Seetharaman sir.
Teachers, is it fine if we take break for some 10 minutes?
Okay, ma'am, no
Yes,
problem.
ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'll just shift the systems and we'll meet back by 12:50. All right. Okay. The first thing to do is to install XR interaction toolkit manager. Okay, so we'll go to window and package manager. So in this, we have this XR interaction subsystems. Okay, so we'll just go here and give install. All right, so before that, I forgot to tell you one thing. So here you can you see this advanced? Okay, so usually how it will look like is it will be just the preview packages. Okay, so from that you'll just have to switch to advanced. Okay, so from here you just go to you have to get it to advanced, right? So after you import this, now straight away you just yeah, so you just have to give this XR interaction toolkit. Okay, so here again give this import settings. Okay, this XR subsystems is not mandatorily required, but you have to install this XR interaction toolkit. Ma'am, can you repeat it once again? Like,
Yeah.
where do we find that interaction toolkit?
Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute. The project closes and opens again. Okay, so where you will be finding that is, you have to go to window, and from window access package manager. Package manager. So in package manager, you will have this settings, okay, advanced, right? From here, okay, for this project, you can use Unity version 2019.4.20 F1 or 2019.3. Okay, don't go for 2020 version that you already have in your systems. Go for 2019.4 or 2019.3. Okay, so then you will be able to switch between this thing. Okay, so usually it will be just like advanced, and in this drop down you go to this show preview packages and enable it. Okay, if you just click here, it will show you the preview packages. So from the preview packages, you just have to search for XR interaction toolkit. Okay, so this XR interaction toolkit plugin will be there, and then you have to give this import. Okay, then just close this, and now what you can do is go to project settings. Okay, go to edit and go to project settings. Here you will have this XR plugin management. Okay, so from this XR plugin management, go here and install this XR plugin management. Okay. Yeah. So after doing this, what you have to do is, in the standalone, that is in the PC thing, you just have to give Oculus. Okay, because we are going to build an application for Oculus. Oculus VR headset. Okay, and other options, it is up to you. If you want to enable, you can, but we'll be just using it for Oculus, so that I am just enabling this Oculus option alone. All right, so after this, let me go to Android. Okay, so in this, I'll switch on this Oculus again. All right, and then I'll close this. I'll come here. I'll import 3D object plane. I'll make sure that the position is set to 0, 0, 0. If not, you can manually enter it as 0, 0, 0, or you can just hold on these 3 dots, and then if you give reset, it will reset to its actual values. All right. So now I will create a new folder and name it as materials. So in this materials, I'll go to create materials, black matte. Okay, I'll go to color picker. I will turn it black. I'll just apply this material on the plane. Right. So after doing this, now as I told you before, we are going to set up camera. Okay, that is the play area. So wherever inside this plane, wherever our player character will be moving around. So that is the play area, or it is also known as VR rig. Okay. So to do it, what I'll do, I'll just delete this main camera first. Okay. After that, let me select this thing. I mean, okay. Now, what I should do is after deleting the main camera, right click here and give create empty. Okay, so that one empty game object will be created. I told you, right? This will not have any object in it. It just it is a game object, but it doesn't have any mesh for it. Okay, that is empty game object. Okay. After after creating this empty game object, rename it as player area or VR rig, whatever you want. Okay, let me name it as VR rig. Right now, what we'll do is we'll just select this VR rig and then go to add component and search for XR rig. Okay, so we need to search for a script that is called as XR rig. So I'll just search for XR rig. Right, I'm having this XR rig over here. Okay, now as soon as we imported this component XR rig, all right, something like box is shown over here. Okay, so which means it is going to be the player area. Okay, now what we'll do after creating this XR rig, what we'll do is we'll select this empty game object. Okay, and again we are going to create another empty game object as the child of this VR rig game object. Okay, I'll repeat again. By selecting this this VR rig is one empty game object, right? So by selecting this empty game object, I'll right click and again I'll give this create empty. So again I'm creating one more empty game object as the child of this empty game object. Okay, now I'll rename this game object as VR camera. Okay, right. Now, why are we importing this VR camera is this is going to act as the player's eyes. Okay, so that is why we are having this VR camera. All right, so now we need, yes ma'am.
Can you repeat one time, ma'am, that how we have to add the component of rig component?
Okay, so first thing I'll delete it again.
No, not this one. That when XR rig you add that one.
Okay, so here what you have to do, you just have to select this VR rig empty game object, and here in the add component you have to search for XR rig.
When I search this, it is not there in my screen.
Which version of Unity are you using, ma'am?
I'm using 2020 3.21.
Okay. So for that, XR interaction toolkit is something else. Okay, so that is why I'm asking you to use 2019.4 or 2019.3 version.
Oh, 19.3 version only we need.
I mean, 29.4 or 3, anything.
Okay.
Okay, you might have to install it manually.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, after creating this VR camera, now we need to bring the head rotation for the player, right? Whenever the player rotates the head, then the scene also should respond to the position and rotation of the player's head, right? So to do it, what we are going to do is we'll select this VR camera game object, and here in the add component section we'll add one component for this. Okay, that is by selecting this VR camera, this time not this VR rig. Okay, this time it is going to be VR camera. By selecting this VR camera, we'll go to add component, and then we need to search for the component tracked pose driver. Okay, So this component track pose driver. So what it does is, it just tracks the player's head position and rotation. Okay, that is what this component does, right? So after doing this, what we have to do is, now we need to select the VR rig component. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll just okay, so here we have this camera floor offset object, right? So here we are going to okay, sorry, what we'll do is, we'll just first okay, we missed out something. Okay, sorry, I missed out a step. So here what we'll do, I'll just delete this one. I'm really sorry, teachers, I missed out something. Yeah. So here we'll just select this VR rig, okay? Then we will create empty, okay? And the position is 0, 0, 0. Now we are going to rename this, okay? So we'll rename this as camera offset, okay? And again, we will right click here, and then again we'll create another empty game object. Then we rename this as VR camera. Okay. Now, yeah, as I told you, now we need to bring the head rotation and position, right? So to do it, we'll just select this VR camera, go to add component and add this track pose driver. Okay, and then what we'll do is, we'll just select this. Okay, now what we'll do here, we have in this XR rig component, we have two components that doesn't have anything in it, right? So for that, what we'll do here, we have this camera floor offset object and camera game object, right? So now we are going to drag our camera offset over here and then VR camera over here. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll just drag this camera offset here and then VR camera here. All right. And then what we'll do is, next thing is, we are going to select this okay, XR rig component. Okay, we have attached this XR rig component, right? So we'll select this, and here we have this tracking origin mode set as device. Okay, so from this device, we need to change it to floor. Okay, why are we doing this is, when it is device, then what happens whenever the head tracking happens, it just happens according to the device. That is, the device alone will seem like moving. Okay, but if we are switching it to floor, then the entire movement will be captured in the VR device. That is why we are switching it to floor from the device. So to be precise, when it is going to be device, then it will feel like 3 degrees of freedom. When it is going to be floor, then it will be like 6 degrees of freedom. That is all. Okay. And then now what are we going to do is, we will create another 2 empty game objects. Okay, so here as the children of this camera offset. Okay, we'll create, okay, Okay, and the same thing we'll duplicate. So we'll name these two game objects as left controller and right controller. Okay, so I'll write it here, rename left hand controller. So I showed you, right, there are two controllers for two hands. So one is going to be left hand controller and one is going to be right hand controller. Okay, now by selecting these two,
Ma'am?
yes ma'am.
Ma'am, we are creating two empty objects, whether they are the child of VR camera? Child objects of
No.
VR? No.
Not the child of VR camera, but as a child of, children of camera offset.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
to be precise, VR camera, left hand controller and right hand controller will be the children of this camera offset game object, empty game object.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So now what we'll do is, next step is, we'll just select both these left hand controller and right hand controller. And there are few things to add in common for both these controllers. So that is why we are selecting shift select. Okay, shift plus selecting both the game object, that is the left hand controller and right hand controller. Okay, and then we'll go here and give add component. Okay, here we have to search for XR controller. Okay, so we'll go for this. Sorry. Right. So we'll just add this XR controller device based component. Okay, so it is applicable for both the controllers. So even if we select a left hand controller, we'll be able to see this component, and even if we select this right hand controller, we'll be able to see the component here. Okay, so after doing this, what we have to do is select left and right controllers. Okay, that is one by one we have to select, and here we have to give the controller node. Okay, so here we have named this as left hand controller. Okay, so here in the controller node, it is like right hand. Okay, from this we have to switch it to left hand. Okay, so which is like this will be acting as your left hand and this one will be acting as your right hand. That is what we are terming from these controller nodes. Okay, I'll repeat the process again. We have to select both the left hand controller and right hand controller game objects, and here in the inspector panel you will give this add component and search for XR controller and give this device based. Okay, so after you attach both the components, then individually you can switch and see both the see this XR controller in both the game objects. Okay, so of that we are going to define which is going to be the left hand and which is going to be the right hand. Okay, so left hand, first we'll select this left hand controller, and here in the controller node we have to switch it to left hand. Okay, and next thing is right hand. Here in the controller node we have to switch it to right hand. Okay, so after doing this, what we'll do is, yes ma'am. So yes, Prela ma'am, did you say something? Okay. Okay, let me proceed. If there is anything, please unmute and ask me. Right. So the next thing what we are going to do is, we'll select both the left hand controller as well as right hand controller. Okay, and now we are going to add another component. Okay, so give add component. This time add XR direct interactor. Okay, so this is the component we are going to add, right? So what this component does is it tends to interact with the objects in the scene. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just okay, create a cube here. Okay, let me rescale it. All right, and again, I'll create a sphere. Okay, let me rescale it. Right. So till now, the objects are just objects. Okay, they don't have interaction and all. That is, even if you have left-hand controller and right-hand controller defined, you won't be able to interact with these game objects. Okay. So I'll have to connect my VR headset in order to display the scene to you. Okay, we'll just build the scene and then we'll export it, and I'll show you how it appears in VR headset. Okay, right now, again, now we have brought this XR interactor component to both our controllers. Okay, which means both our controllers will be able to interact with the component here. Okay, now what I'll do, okay, now I will go to the sphere. Okay, so in my sphere, I will just change the collider radius, that is in the sphere collider component, that is for this sphere I am working on now. Okay, so which means I am just going to work, I'm just going to interact with this sphere only, with nothing else. Okay, so I have to add sphere collider and give some give some preferences for the sphere collider. Okay, so to do it, what I'll do, I'll just select this sphere, and then here in the radius, I will change it as 0.2. Okay, the radius will be 0.2. Previously, it was 0.5. Okay, now I have changed the sphere collider's radius. Can you see that green line has become small here? Okay, I'll just change it to 0.5 now. Okay, this green line kind of thing indicates the collider. Okay, so if we change the radius here, it just becomes small. Okay, after doing this, I will turn on this is trigger. Okay, so which means something is going to act as a trigger on this game object. Okay, right now what we'll do, okay, so to conclude, we are almost we have almost set our Unity project that is suitable for virtual reality. Okay, now this project is virtual reality project. Right, so now what we'll do, we don't have any representations for this left hand controller and right hand controller, right? So these are just acting like some empty things. Yeah, so what we'll do, we will just bring in some prefab to indicate that there are these are the two controllers. Okay, to do it, what I'll do, I'll just, as of now, I will just randomly create one cylinder maybe. Okay, yeah, I'll just create cylinder. I will reset its position. Okay, now I need to, as I told you, we need to have prefab to see the controllers. Okay, so I mean, till now, are we seeing any controllers, any two controllers here in the scene? No, right? There is no render to show that there are controllers present inside this virtual reality scene. So to show that there are controllers present inside the virtual reality scene, what we are going to do is, I have just randomly created a cylinder and I will make a prefab for the cylinder. So to make a prefab, first I'll create a folder. I will name it as prefabs. Okay, so now I will just drag this cylinder here. So this has become prefab. Now no more want this cylinder to appear here because I have created a prefab out of it. Okay, now what we'll do, I'll select this left-hand controller. Okay, left-hand controller game object, and here in the XR controller device based component, we have this model prefab. Okay, can you see this model prefab? Right, so till now this is none. Okay, so now what we are going to do is drag this prefab. Okay, so from this prefabs, I am dragging it, I am dropping it here in the model prefab. Okay, now whenever my left hand controller is raised, it will indicate that this is the this cylinder will appear and show that the left hand is present. Okay, and now I'll go to right hand controller, and here in the model prefab, I will drag this cylinder and drop it here. Okay, now whenever my controllers are taken in hand, okay, these two cylinders will appear for left hand and right hand. Okay, now we are completely done with setting up our VR project. Our project according to VR. Was it fine? I know there are so many steps. So what we'll do, you all can go for lunch now, as it is already, as it is going to be 12:50. Okay, get back by 1:30. 1:30 or 1:20. When will you be back?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, a small doubt, ma'am. Actually, I downloaded the 2019 version also. Still, I get an error. So I added all the components, but I can't able to do that XR controller, whatever steps you did. So how?
Yeah, we'll see all those, ma'am. After lunch, maybe we'll see. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah.
Then it will be fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So after lunch, I'll tell you step-by-step process. Then you can create.
Okay.
Ma'am, one
Yeah.
thing, ma'am. So I will just in the Unity Hub, we have to download 2019 version.
In the hierarchy side, you can see the gaming object, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But I couldn't get that in the scene, ma'am. Why, ma'am?
Okay. Can you please select the objects one by one from the hierarchy?
All the objects, ma'am.
No, one by one.
One. Okay.
Okay. You have deleted this sphere. That is why this is showing in red, ma'am.
Okay.
So maybe you can just right click and delete.
Right click and delete.
Delete. Yeah.
Okay.
So once something in hierarchy shows in red, it means that it is deleted by you.
Okay.
Okay, from the assets.
Okay.
So that is why it will show in red. Okay, now wait, ma'am, don't add any sphere.
Okay.
Now select all the other cubes one by one. Okay, wait a minute, ma'am. Can you check in your inspector panel, ma'am? Check the position of the cube, please.
It's far away.
Yeah, it's very far, right? So it's in y-axis, it's minus. Yeah, you just have to reset it. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Scale also you can have one.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Now you can select another game object. Okay, now what you can do is, anyhow you are going to set it as 0 only, ma'am. I mean,
Yes.
to its default value. So just select the 3 dots in the transform, please.
Here.
Yeah. Select it and reset.
Is it? Okay.
But why so many cubes, ma'am?
Sorry to say, ma'am, that the day 4 at the end you given one project, no, ma'am. That is homework.
Okay.
That is have to create the floor and then the spear should rotate on the floor.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second, ma'am. For this one, ma'am.
Which one, ma'am? Can you play it? Oh, this one. Okay, this was the very first day's thing, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I tried once again, but I stuck.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now is it clear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, teachers, if you are back, if someone could share your screen, I'll tell you the process one by one. I'll tell you one step by one step so that others can see that screen share and do the same thing in your projects. Will that be fine? So you can decide who is going to share your screen. And then whoever is going to share the screen can start.
Ma'am, I got the
Yes, ma'am.
Sivashankar, ma'am. I got the error like this, ma'am. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
I got this DLL will not be loaded due to errors. So what error, ma'am? What I have to do?
This is for
2019 version. You told that.
no, ma'am. You are working this for VR scene or ERC, ma'am?
We are only currently morning. You told that that installation it's not coming properly.
Okay, but have you tried installing Vuforia engine in this? Into
No,
this
ma'am.
project?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, it shows some. Okay, can you please expand that error, ma'am? Click on that error. Yeah. Okay.
Better I need to install any other version, ma'am. 4.32 or any other thing, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Just select the one with the red mark. I mean, with red warning. Yeah.
Shall I open that Unity Hub, ma'am? My Unity Hub.
No, ma'am. No, this gives some reference to Vuforia engine. That is why I'm asking whether you tried installing Vuforia package into this.
No, ma'am. No,
Yeah, Vuforia is there, ma'am. You are working in the very same project of Vuforia, ma'am?
Same. Actually, this is different version only. 2020 only Vuforia everything I used, ma'am. Otherwise, I need to choose any other version, ma'am.
No, ma'am. The thing is, you have installed Vuforia engine into this project. That is why it is.
How I Yes, ma'am.
Do one thing, ma'am. Just close this and delete the project itself. That is, you have to go to the
Unity
place.
Hub, ma'am.
No, ma'am. You just have to go to the folder location where you have saved it.
Okay, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Whichever is that project, you can select the folder and delete it.
Need to delete which one, ma'am?
Whichever project you opened now, that project you have to select and delete.
Okay, ma'am. Currently I opened new Unity project. Okay, ma'am. Yes, this one, ma'am.
Yeah, right click and delete.
Yes, ma'am. What is the next step, ma'am?
Yeah, now get to your Unity Hub. Now here, just click on the 3 dots and remove this project. No, not there, ma'am. Not there. Go to Projects tab. Yeah, there. Yeah, in that. Remove from list. Now go to installs. Okay, now what you have to go back to Projects tab. Okay, yeah, here you have this add a new buttons, no, ma'am. So in that, click that drop down button, ma'am. Yeah. Select 29.4.31 or 32. Yeah. Now give any project name. Wait, ma'am. Give some project name. Ma'am, you have to check the location where you are saving, ma'am. You have to organize. Here, ma'am, below it, you have this location, no, ma'am.
Yes,
So in
ma'am.
that, yeah, click the 3 dots. Yeah, now
I need to save into somewhere, ma'am. Okay.
I mean, wherever you are going, don't save it in C drive, ma'am. Save in D drive. Yeah.
Okay, just to create one folder and I.
Yeah, right click. Oh yeah, create a new folder.
Yes, ma'am.
And name the folder as VR.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And now select VR. Yeah, select folder.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now give create.
Yes, ma'am. It's I think completed, ma'am.
Yeah, go to Unity Hub and open it.
Yes, ma'am. I think it is showing importing, ma'am. I will open it now.
Yeah, it'll just open once it is done, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, just open it and keep so that.
Okay, ma'am. Now it's open. This one I need to. Okay.
Yeah, it is opening.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we'll see the step-by-step process, ma'am. I'll tell you,
ma'am.
you can do it so that other teachers also can observe the process.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. So the first thing is we have to install the packages for VR. So for that, go to Windows and then Package Manager.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, in this Package Manager, you have to search for XR Interaction Toolkit. Okay, so for that, what you have to do is, please wait a minute. The packages are being loaded. Yeah, now it is loaded. Now just search for search in the search tab, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Go to no, ma'am. Go to the search tab.
This one, ma'am. XR plugin management.
Not that, ma'am. Go to the search tab.
This one here.
Yeah, and type as XR Interaction Toolkit. Interaction Toolkit.
Interaction toolkit, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, now we have to enable the preview packages. Okay, so
Wait,
to
ma'am. XR interaction
No.
subsystem only I'm getting.
yeah, I am telling you that only, ma'am. So you will not be able to find interaction toolkit in the regular packages. Okay, so for that you need to access preview packages. So for that, what you need to do is, can you see the drop down advanced
This one, ma'am.
next to your search tab? Not that, ma'am. Next to your search, not that. Next to your search tab, you have this advanced drop down left side to your search tab.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so there you have to give show preview packages. Yes. Okay, so here you have this XR Interaction Toolkit. Select it and give install. Yes.
Yes, option. Okay.
Okay, now after this, it might close and reopen by itself again. Okay, yeah, it is not. Yeah, it will open, ma'am. It will open. Wait a minute.
I need to open, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Now it is opening, ma'am. Please give it some time.
It's automatically coming.
Yeah. Give it some time, ma'am. It will come.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now after this, what you have to do is close this window. Okay. Go to edit.
Edit. 1 minute, ma'am.
Edit project settings. Okay, here from the project settings, choose XR plugin management. Yeah, so here give this install XR plugin management. Yeah, so here you have to give Oculus in the standalone. Okay, and in the Android, again, you have to choose Oculus. Okay, great.
Excuse me, ma'am. Wait for a minute, ma'am. We are following this.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Just we are installed.
Yeah, sure. Where are you, Ajita, ma'am? In which place to which you have done? Okay, teachers, let me know when you are done till this step. Teachers, when you are done, you can post in the chat box or you can unmute your mic and tell me so that we can proceed to the next step.
Okay, ma'am, completed till this selecting Oculus.
Okay.
But I'm getting a warning message, ma'am. So is this the issue?
Is it showing in red or yellow?
I went, ma'am, automatically it went. Okay.
Okay, done.
Just now, please.
Okay. So the next step is going to import. Okay, now you can close this tab. Okay, now go to your hierarchy, right click, 3D object, plane. Okay, then after creating this, we need to set up the camera for the player. So to do it, we need to delete the main camera.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. I deleted, ma'am.
after deleting it, we need to set the player area now. Okay, so for to do it, what we have to do is import one empty game object. Don't select the plane and okay, fine, yeah. Rename this game object as VR rig or player area or something, whatever you want to. Okay, then after creating this, what you need to do is you need to select this VR rig empty game object and go to your inspector panel. Okay, in the inspector panel, give add component. In this add component, search for XR rig script.
Script, ma'am.
Yes, that is the thing. XR rig.
This one, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, yeah. So after finding XR rig, you have to add it to the VR rig component in the hierarchy.
Okay, I need to drag it anything, ma'am?
No, now what you have to do is, so here we are having this camera floor offset game object and camera game object, which are showing as none in XR rig component, right? So to add the offset and camera, we need to create them first, right? So to do it, what we have to do is by selecting this VR rig game object, empty game object from the hierarchy, right click and create empty. Okay, now you can rename this as camera offset. Yeah. So you have to make sure that the position of all the three axes are in 0, 0, 0. If they are not, you can reset them simply. Okay, and then
Ma'am, x-axis scale position 1, 1, 1. Like,
yes, ma'am, one only.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm not able to get that XR rig, so I just installed 2019.3.
Okay.
But still, I'm not able to get it.
Okay. Which version are you using, ma'am? 2019? Devish, ma'am?
Ma'am, she said 2019.3.
2019.
19.4.20.
Okay. Okay. So have you installed that XR toolkit plugin, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
XR interaction toolkit.
Yes, ma'am.
You have done it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you please share your screen for a moment, ma'am? Can you, Shiv Shankari, ma'am, can you stop? Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Please go to window, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Window. Package manager.
Yes, ma'am.
And then here in the advanced, show preview packages.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here, yeah, select that interaction toolkit, ma'am. Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, you haven't installed it yet, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So how? Oh,
Yeah.
right, I've just selected it. Yeah.
So now you will be able to see it, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Shiv Shankari, ma'am, can you share again? Great. Okay, now what we are going to do is, and now we are going to create one another empty game object as the child of camera offset. Right click and create empty. Rename this game object as VR camera. Yeah, great. Okay, now this VR camera, as I told you, is going to act as the player's eyes. Okay. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we need to bring out the head rotation and position for the player. That is, wherever the player rotates his head and the position, however he positions his headset, we are going to detect that rotation and position, right? So to do it, what we have to do is by selecting this VR camera empty game object in the inspector panel, search, okay, give add component, search tracked pose driver, tracked pose, not the script one, ma'am, the component. Ma'am, you have this color icon kind of thing, no?
What, ma'am?
Third component, ma'am.
Yeah,
Post
driver.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
This one, this tracked post driver, you have to import. Okay. So after adding this tracked post driver, what you have to do is select the VR rig.
Ma'am, wait 1 minute, ma'am. I need to click add component. Yeah.
No, ma'am. That is all.
That is enough.
Yeah. After adding this tracked post driver, what you have to do is go to VR rig. Okay. So in this VR rig component, in the hierarchy, you have this camera floor offset object and camera game object, right? So here, where you are able to see that camera floor offset object, there you have to drag this camera offset and drop it there.
I need to
drag the camera offset from the hierarchy and drop it here.
Camera floor offset, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you have to drop it here in the camera floor offset. Yeah, great. So next one, you have to drag VR camera from the hierarchy and drop it in the camera game object in the XR rig.
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, it is clear, ma'am.
Camera game object, I just drag that VR camera. That is fine.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we are defining the camera as VR camera.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm getting a warning, ma'am. Library package cache like that at the bottom of the screen.
Library package cache. Can you please share your
Can I share my screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
You're able to see the screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
At the bottom, I'm getting a warning message.
Okay. I'm not able to see that. Can you please minimize your screen, ma'am?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I mean, not minimize. Okay. Wait a minute, ma'am. Okay, done. No, ma'am, it's just nothing.
It's warning only.
Yeah, it's simple warning. That is all. You
Okay.
just click on it once.
Warning.
Okay, yeah. Nothing much, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, you can proceed.
I'll stop sharing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Shir Shankari, ma'am. Yeah. So now what you have to do is, okay, till which, okay, now we have to change this tracking origin mode in XRRig. Okay, so it is device by default. You have to change it to floor. So this is the step that makes it look like 6 degrees of freedom from 3 degrees of freedom. Okay, and then what you have to do is, okay, now as we have done this, we need to create 2 empty game objects, 2 other empty game objects as the children of this camera offset. Okay, so why those 2 game objects are going to be is, they are going to act as the controllers, right? So rename this as left hand controller and right hand controller. And right hand controller. Okay, now what you have to do is select both left hand controller and right hand controller. Okay, why are we doing this step is because there are few properties that are going to be shared equally for both the left hand controller as well as the right hand controller. So to do it, I mean, to not do it separately, we are just selecting them together and we are doing this step. Okay, so now go to your inspector and that is selecting left hand controller and also right hand controller. Go to inspector and give add component. Okay, now here you need to search XR controller. Yeah, choose this device based. Yeah. Okay, after doing this, what you have to do is, here in the controller node, you have an option called as controller node in the XR controller. Okay, now you can select one by one, and whichever is left hand controller for the for the controller node, you have to choose it as, no ma'am, you have selected both the controllers together. Now you have to select only one. Yeah, select one and then go to inspector, change it to left hand. Okay, because this is left hand controller. Now switch to right hand controller in hierarchy. Yeah, now, yeah, the controller node is already set to right hand. Yeah, we'll just leave it off as such. Okay. And then after doing it, what we have to do is, again, select both the controllers. We need to add one more component. Okay, the component that we are going to add now is going to bring interactions to the objects. Okay, so to do it, selecting both the controllers in the hierarchy, give add component and search as XR direct interactor. Yeah, you just add the component. Now scroll down a bit. Okay, right. Now here in the previously added XR controller component, okay, so we are able to see something down, I mean, in the XR controller component I'm talking about, not in the XR direct interactor. Okay, so there in the bottom, you are able to see one section called as model. Yeah, model prefab. So here, as you see, till now it is just as none. Okay, so here, why are we bringing some other object and placing is till we could show something. Okay, that is show some object. Let me relate it to one empty game object. Okay, so in empty game object, I told you that there is some object, but it is not visible, right? So the same thing happens here if you don't have any model prefab as over here. Okay, so to identify that your controllers are activated and the prefab is found, we have to create some prefab and add it over here in the model prefab. Okay, so to do it, you can have any prefab. Okay, you can even bring in one hand model and have it as prefab. You also have options for it. I'll tell you in the next class. Okay, so to do, to bring one basic model prefab, what we are doing is we are right clicking here in the hierarchy and then create some game object, not empty game object, import some 3D object. Ma'am, you can just right click here in the hierarchy and go to 3D object. Yeah, any game object from this. You can also have cube. Yeah, you can. No, ma'am, you need not make it as a child. Yeah. So what you do is press F, ma'am. Press F.
Ma'am, I press it. Now I press yes. F.
F.
F, I pressed, ma'am. And what I have to do next, ma'am?
No, ma'am. If you press F, the object will be zoomed in. F as in focus, ma'am. Not S.
F only, ma'am. You tell.
F as in focus. Nothing is happening.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, it should focus that object. Okay, do one thing. Scale this in. Okay, just scale this in x-axis.
This one, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. We'll just make it as a make it look like a vertical thing that represents our hand.
Is it enough, ma'am?
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
Okay, now what you can do is just make this cube as the prefab.
Prefab, okay.
Yeah. Okay, how you will make a prefab is select assets from the project folder here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now you just need to drag the cube from the hierarchy and drop it here in the assets panel. Yeah. Now it is turned into a prefab. Now you can delete the cube that is in the hierarchy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Now what you can do is select left hand controller. Okay, so here in the model prefab, you can just drag this cube from the assets folder and drop it there in the model prefab. Yeah, you can also do it that way. No, ma'am, you should not select the cube, ma'am. You should just drag and drop it. If you select the cube, the properties will be loaded for the cube. Yeah, fine. Now the same way you have to do for the right hand controller also. Good. Okay. Now, yeah, we are almost set up. Okay, we'll do one more thing alone. So what we'll do is, okay, now anyhow you won't be able to see it, right? So now I imported a sphere and changed the radius of the sphere, right? So why I did was, I was in a plan to interact with the sphere. Okay, that is why we have added direct interactor script and all. So whenever you want to interact with an object inside Unity, that is inside VR headset, you can add this direct interactor and to the object. Let's say, okay, if you are importing one engine, okay, any engine, let's say some car engine, let's take for an example. Okay, if you are having the model of a car engine here, right? So what you have to do is you need to add mesh collider to the engine. Okay, after adding mesh collider, that green line like thing will be seen over there. So you can control the radius, right? And then you need to turn it as is trigger. I'll just show it to you with the sphere itself. So the concept is this only. So whichever game object you are planning to interact with inside virtual reality headset, you have to follow this method. Okay, so just right click here in the hierarchy and go to 3D object, add a sphere. Okay, yeah. Now, can you press F, ma'am? F.
Yes, ma'am, I pressed now. F.
Ma'am, if you press F, it should just zoom in.
Actually, which location I press F, but a cursor where I have to place, ma'am?
No, you can just press F as such, ma'am. You need not place your cursor
Actually,
anywhere.
sphere is selected now.
Yeah, just press F.
F I pressed, but
It's not zooming in.
Yeah, I need to zoom anything. I need to choose the scale object. Scale.
No, no, ma'am. Okay, just all right. That's fine. Okay, so can you zoom in? But
I need to scale it. Okay. Yeah.
No, ma'am. Don't scale it. Just zoom in. Just scroll your scroller in your scene.
1 minute, ma'am.
No, ma'am, you need not move it, ma'am. You just have to zoom in, scroll.
Scroll. Just I have to scroll, ma'am.
Yeah. Don't select the plane, just select sphere and then scroll.
Yeah, I'm scrolling now.
No, ma'am, you have this scroller in your mouse button, no, mouse, no, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes.
The center, you have a wheel-like thing, no?
Actually, I'm using laptop mouse.
Oh, okay. Okay, then what you do is in the laptop, do you have any external mouse attached or it is just the trackpad?
Just 1 minute, I will connect, ma'am. Just to give 1 minute time, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is one important thing that you should follow. Whenever you are dealing with Unity, make sure that you have an external mouse attached to your system because you cannot work with trackpad.
Yes, ma'am. Now I connected my mouse. Just I have to scroll. Yes, ma'am. Now it's fine, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it is. Yeah, now scroll, go near the sphere. Yeah, okay. So now try pressing F, ma'am. F as in focus.
Yes, I pressed, ma'am.
Why is it not happening? It is a shortcut to focus.
But scrolling is coming, but when I press F, nothing happened.
Okay, okay, ma'am, no worries. Yeah, just zoom in so much.
No, it's enough, ma'am.
Just go near the sphere, ma'am. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you please zoom in a bit more?
Little bit more, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, teachers, as you see here, around the sphere, there will be one green line kind of thing. Okay, that is, it indicates collider. Okay, so collider is the one that that makes it look like an object, not just like some clay or something. Okay, it denotes that it is a complete object, right? And also this collider helps you in a lot of things, like it makes the game object, I mean, it makes the other game objects realize that this is one another game object where you can hit it, but you cannot pass through it, like that and all. To display that kind of properties, this collider is used. Okay, so in case, I mean, if you are importing this sphere, cube and all, by default they will have a collider attached to them. Okay, so you can also check in the inspector panel, there is this sphere collider, right? So in case if you are bringing in some other FBX file that was made by your own or something, then you have to manually attach a collider. That can be sphere collider or box collider or mesh collider, anything. Okay, so here, since we have this sphere collider, what we are going to do is we need to turn on, that is check in this is trigger box. Okay, after doing it, we'll change the radius as 0.2. That is, we are changing the radius of the sphere collider. Okay, right. Now, after doing this, yeah, we are almost set with our project, right? So this is how we set our scene that is suitable for virtual reality scene. Okay, what I'll do is, after this class, maybe I will build this scene, whatever we have created, and then I will post you a screen recording or something of however our scene looks like. Okay, so this is the basic setup that you need to follow whenever you are working for virtual reality, right? So this sphere over here can be anything, not mandatorily that this should be the plane or this should be the sphere. Okay, whatever game object you are able to bring in, whichever you are planning to interact with, you can have that here in your scene. Okay, you can incorporate anything that is related to your domain. Okay, as you did in augmented reality, you can bring in, okay, this is going to be step-by-step process and we are going to learn concepts only. Okay, you have to plan how you can integrate it in your domain, right? So as I told you, you can bring in engine, you can bring in a syringe and interact with the syringe if you are dealing anything with medical science. And if you are bringing in IoT over here, you can have any switch-like kind of thing made into FBX, and you can interact with switch. Okay, and in anything that is related to your domain, you can bring in here, and then you can have the interactions for that model. Okay, so basically, this is the method to set up your scene for virtual reality. And here the component XR, I mean, this component we added no XR direct interactor. So that is the component we'll be adding for interactions with any game object. Okay, but the thing is, whichever game object you are planning to interact with, you just have to add the XR direct interactor with, I mean, in your left hand controller and right hand controller, not in the game object. Okay, teachers, was it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. All right, so now we are set with our project, and others can please work on, and now we can make use of this time to get clarified of our doubts and discuss whatever we want.
Shall I stop share, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Shankari, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, teachers. So in the morning, a few of you asked some clarifications. No, shall we start? So whoever is ready to share your screen can start sharing your screen.
Ma'am, can I share my screen, ma'am?
Yes, Journey, ma'am. You
Yes,
can.
ma'am. Ma'am, this is about that project, ma'am. So when I give a build, I got this error, like I was giving a setting as upgrade to the highest thing, and I got this error. I'll just start the building, ma'am, 1 second.
Okay, but wait, ma'am. Close this tab first.
Okay.
Okay, go to your console.
Yes, ma'am, I got these errors.
Yeah, just a minute. Okay. Okay, please open your third error, ma'am. Third error.
Third one. This one, ma'am.
No, next to it.
Next one.
Yeah. Okay. Failed. Okay. Do one thing, ma'am. Go to edit.
Here, ma'am. Here. Okay, here.
Yeah. And then go to project settings.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's what I gave, like automatic highest install.
Okay.
Earlier we were giving this 26, ma'am.
I mean,
So
in the sorry to interrupt. Actually, we should give the API level for minimum API level, not for the target API level, because
okay,
Unity by default calculates the target level by itself.
Okay.
That is, whichever is the highest level till then, it will just detect that as the target level. So we just need to select this minimum API level, just set it to 26.
Oh, so minimum I have to select, ma'am. Minimum
Yes,
API level is 26. Okay. And this target API level?
That one you need not do anything, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Let it be the same.
Okay, fine, ma'am.
Yeah.
Then I'll do the build.
Yeah. And also, okay. Can you please play once, ma'am? Okay, you go to the console.
Yes, ma'am.
Go to console and clear the errors.
How do I clear, ma'am?
There you are, yeah, just clear. Okay, now go to play. Just make sure that you ma'am, go to play, ma'am. Play mode.
Okay.
Make sure that whichever camera you're dealing with.
Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, ma'am, you can stop it. You can stop the play mode, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you can stop the play mode. Yeah. Your system is hanging, I think. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Now what you can do is go to file, build.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, but before that, I would like to see one more thing, ma'am. Can you please go to edit?
Okay.
Preferences.
Okay.
Go to external tools. Yeah. Can you please come down now? Okay. Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Please close and start the building process.
Okay. So I'm giving the name as this one, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, is it loading for you? Here it seems like it is stuck.
No, ma'am, it's loading, ma'am. This one.
Okay.
It's running, ma'am. It's loading.
Yeah.
Still loading, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen, ma'am?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ma'am. Can you please go to the console?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Can you open that command invocation failure thing, ma'am? Yeah. Okay, so the problem over here is the JDK version, ma'am.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay, so the
So,
thing,
so I need to reinstall it or,
yes, ma'am. So I'll do one thing.
okay. Like it is telling JDK version is not supported for the one which you have chosen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just send you one video for this directly, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
So you
fine.
can follow the same process, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll stop share.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I share the screen, ma'am?
Yes, Ajita, ma'am, please.
You able to see the screen, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
So a book is there, ma'am. On top of that, playing the video, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, so it's working fine with the laptop, but if I run in mobile, no, only audio is coming, ma'am.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Can you please, you have attached the video on a plane, no, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I see that the plane over here is like intersecting. I mean, it is just inside the image target.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what you need to do is pull it a bit above in y-axis. Yeah, yeah. No, not that much, ma'am. Not that much. Go to your inspector panel. Okay, by selecting the plane, go to inspector panel.
Yes, ma'am.
Go to the position, ma'am.
Okay.
In y-axis, set it as 0.1.
0.1.
Yeah, this is enough. Yeah. Now save it and try to build, ma'am.
As well as to start that video, once the target has been opened like that, we will be setting, no, ma'am, for video.
Yes, ma'am.
That setting in.
Okay, so that one you need to access in the image target. Select this rock. Yeah.
Okay.
And here you have this. Okay, can you go a bit above, ma'am? All right, now what you do is here in the default observer event handler, go to this on target found function.
Okay.
Yeah, give plus mark there. Okay, now you need to drag this image target and drop it here.
Image
Okay.
target.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now here in the no function, you go to the game object. Or no. Okay, you haven't attached the video plane, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you go to this plane?
Plane. Okay.
Yeah.
Video is attached in video clip, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Turn off this play on awake, ma'am.
Play on awake. Where it is, ma'am?
In the video player
Okay.
component.
Yes.
Yeah. Turn off that. And now what you do is again go to image target. This time try dragging the plane and dropping it here, ma'am. Instead of rock, instead of the image target, just drag the plane and drop it here. Yeah. Now open this no function. Yeah. You have this video player.
No function. I have to choose
Video player, ma'am.
Yeah. Video player. What I have
Yeah.
to choose?
Now play. So when the target is found, it should play. Okay. Now
a plane only we are given. No? Target is rock.
Yes, ma'am. So the target is now, the target, it will automatically detect your image target. How it will detect this component, this on target found function and on target lost function itself is in the image target. We are just operating with the image target, no ma'am. This is nowhere else. This is just, this on target found function, that is the default observer event handler function itself is attached to the image target by default.
Okay.
So even if we, why have we attached plane over here is, to the plane only we have attached the video player component.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we need to control on target lost function, ma'am. So the same way, give plus and again drag the plane and drop it here. Yeah. Video player. So here in the video player, you can control whether you want to stop the video and play it again when the target is found, or whether to pause the video and play it again when the target is found.
Stop.
Either you can choose pause or stop.
Just stop now.
Okay. Right. Now save this and then go to play mode and check this and then take a build, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Next one, teachers.
Ma'am, one doubt, ma'am. Actually, in my project, instead of plane, I used quad. That is also fine, ma'am. But it is working fine, ma'am. But plane, both quad and plane, both are used for same thing only, ma'am. Is any difference between plane and quad?
Okay, so in the plane there are so many tries, and also if you check the plane, can please share your screen also, ma'am? I'll show you how it looks like. Shivashankari ma'am, are you sharing the screen?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, this one I used the version 20, so I closed this again.
Okay,
I'm opening
okay.
it. Little bit. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So one more project I did, ma'am.
Okay.
That is one doubt is there.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Ma'am, in my project, I've used 3 different image targets.
Okay, ma'am.
So the thing is, so I just want, like when the target is being changed, the corresponding video has to stop, but that doesn't happen in my case. All the 3 videos are running.
Okay, ma'am. I'll check, ma'am. Ajita ma'am is sharing the screen now. Okay, Shivashankari ma'am has
Yes,
shared.
ma'am. I actually in this project I created that quad. Here only I used that my video player, ma'am. Video recorder. Okay, that is
Okay.
also fine, ma'am. Or it is different from plane.
Actually, both the quad and plane are similar, ma'am. But the thing is, there is only one difference. That is, the edges of the plane are 10 units long, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Something, yeah, little bit small compared to plane. Quad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the plane, it is like, in the quad, it is only 1 unit long when compared to the plane.
Otherwise, both are same. only.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Ma'am, can I share?
Yes, please, ma'am.
Ajita ma'am.
Oh, Ajita ma'am shared. Sorry, Bhavish ma'am. You can share next.
Okay.
Yes, Ajita ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
while running this, animation is not working, ma'am. Initially it came, but now it's not coming.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you please go to perspective view, ma'am? In your scene panel towards the right corner, you are having this perspective, no, ma'am.
Where, ma'am?
In your scene panel towards the right corner, where you are able to find the X, Y, and Z axis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perspective.
Below it, there is this perspective. Yeah.
Ah.
Just click on it. Yeah. Okay, please. Now just pull it a bit above, ma'am.
This one.
Pull it in Y axis, ma'am. No, ma'am, not the image target, the model.
Model. This one, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Pull it in Z axis. No, not so much. Ma'am, can you do one thing, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Select the model and go to transform here in the inspector and reset it, ma'am.
Position.
Yeah, reset, ma'am. Just click the three dots.
Okay.
And reset. Okay. Now the same way, select your image target and reset, ma'am. Okay, yeah, ma'am. Now what you do is press F, ma'am. F.
After selecting the target, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Now as you see here, the image target looks very small, right? But the model looks too large. So for that, now select this model, ma'am.
Model. Okay.
Yeah. Now press F.
Touch, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Zoom it out, ma'am, using your scroller. Okay. Now scale it down, ma'am. You can use the shortcuts. No, ma'am, don't do like that. Press Ctrl plus Z.
Control Z.
Yeah. Again.
Control Z, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You have to scale it down from all the three axes. So the white cube, ma'am. You have the white cube, no?
Center.
Yeah, center one. No, not that one, ma'am. You have to select the model, entire model. Yeah. Now you have the white cube in the middle, in the scale. Yeah. You have, yeah, you have to press that, ma'am. Give that. Scale it down, ma'am. No, ma'am. You have to scale it inwards. Yeah. Scale it down nicely so that it comes to the size of the image target. For this purpose only, I told you to set the width of the image target in the for a developer portal. Do you remember, ma'am?
Width is 5, ma'am.
Yeah.
5 only.
Okay, then it should be the problem of the model, I think. Okay, do one thing, ma'am. Now we'll check how the image target is. Now press this, select this image target and press F. We'll check if it's still small. Press F.
F5 plus, ma'am.
F you pressed. Okay, now again select the model and scale it even more down. Okay, do one thing, ma'am. Go to scale and give this, by selecting the model, go to scale, give it as 0.1 in all the three axes. 0.1 in all the three axes. Yeah. Now go to your image target and press F, ma'am. Nothing is happening. Okay. Can you scroll and zoom in?
It's not coming.
No, ma'am, don't scale like that, ma'am.
Okay.
Press Control and Z. Yeah.
Control.
No. Again, you're going to the same value, ma'am. I told only once.
1.1.
Okay, again, you change it to 0.1. You just have to manually adjust this, ma'am. However, your image target is positioned,
Okay.
you just have to check it like this only, ma'am.
Initially it came, ma'am, but after that it's not coming. First time in the
Maybe because of the scale issues only, ma'am. Or do one thing, just delete off the image target and again create it newly, ma'am.
Okay.
I mean, not the entire project, just delete off the image target alone.
But this is the child now, ma'am. This won't get deleted because
That too.
parameter I gave.
No, that too will get deleted.
That's why, because lot of components are there inside that.
I understand, but still, yeah. Sometimes, okay, initially itself, what you have to do is you have to check whether your position, rotation, and scale are in the reset values. That is, so then you have to start working on the model.
Okay.
So it all happens, ma'am. So initially when I started learning augmented reality, I will literally do one step for around 200 to 300 times together. So that is how learning process happens, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. I'll try, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, Bevis, ma'am, you can share your screen.
Yes, ma'am. Can you see my screen, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Yeah, I have created 3 different targets and placed a video in each target.
Okay.
So in the first target, mobile, on target found. So I have to set here as actually I've set it, it has changed. Video player should be set to play, isn't it, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So here.
But before that, the thing is, your plane here is larger than the image target, and also the plane is inside. I mean, it is like, you know, it is with the image target itself, ma'am. Can you see? There is a kind of distortion. So you just have to pull it up in y-axis, ma'am. Select the plane. No, that is z-axis, ma'am. Y-axis is green one. Yeah. Pull it a bit above. No, you are selecting both image target. Yeah, you just have to select the plane, and now you are in the scale tool, ma'am. You have to go to move tool. W.
Yes.
Now you can also manually adjust it here in the inspector panel. Not that much is required, ma'am. You can just select here in the inspector. You can go to 0.1 and y-axis. You can manually type. Not the scale one, ma'am. Not the scale, the position. Yeah. Now it is fine. Now you can do the same thing for other 2 planes also, ma'am.
Okay. It is for the plane, right, ma'am?
Ma'am, yes. 0.1.
Yes, ma'am.
The same thing for third one. You are in the image target, yes.
Yes,
okay, now fine. Now what you can do is, okay. Now get to the default observer event handler. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, okay. Which plane you have inserted? Can you just, okay. Can you click on that icon, ma'am? I mean, here. No, ma'am. Yeah, just click on the icon. Yeah, click there. Okay, yeah.
This is
okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. Now add other 2 things also, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Like for the second image target. Yeah, I have given.
Okay. Okay.
This is this one and this one.
Okay.
And for the third one too. So here I will not assign.
Your child's online class is going on.
Yes, ma'am. Right. So I have set for all the 3 image target, but the thing is when I'm playing or when I'm executing, what happens is all the 3 videos are playing in the background. But while I'm showing the corresponding image targets, the corresponding video gets played, but all the 3 are playing in the background.
Okay.
I could hear the voice
Okay.
of all the 3 videos.
Are you having all the image targets displaying at the same time?
No, not all are displaying on the same time. So the corresponding video is being played when the corresponding image target is shown, but the other 2 are playing in the background.
Okay.
I could hear the voice, not the video.
Okay. Okay. Can you play it now?
Yes, ma'am. Sure. So I could hear the multiple videos.
Okay, your sound is not shared, so I'm not able to hear. Okay, we'll do one thing, ma'am.
So all the 3 are playing in the background.
Okay, can you do one thing, ma'am? Can you just build this application and then send me the application?
Sure,
I will
ma'am.
check from my end.
Yeah, already I have built it. I'll build it again and I will send ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. No, if you have already built it, you can just drag the application and drop it in my chat box in WhatsApp, so that I can download it directly.
Sure, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, teachers, any other clarifications? Joni, ma'am, I will send you the video shortly, ma'am.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Ma'am, in my case, all the image targets are positioned in the same position. Would that be a problem, ma'am?
No, ma'am. That is not at all a problem.
That's not a problem. Okay, fine, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I'll try to solve it, ma'am. I'm much disappointed because I completed on Sunday and I'm not able to complete it.
No, ma'am. No, this is not just for you. It is for everyone.
Okay.
It all happens.
Okay, fine.
I mean, I am telling from my experience. So when I started this way back, so then it was, I mean, then Unity Hub also was not there. I told you, no, from 2019 version only Unity Hub was there. So from till 2018 version, Unity Hub also was not there. So initially to launch the project itself will take around some 4 or 5 days together.
Okay, fine.
So each and every time we try to launch it, some problem will be there.
Okay, fine, ma'am. Okay, I'll try to solve it, ma'am. Yeah, I'll do it, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll send you the video, just you can follow the video.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Teachers, any other clarifications required, or shall we close for today's session? Joni, ma'am, can you please do one thing? Sorry, before
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you please share your screen?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, other teachers, if you are not having any doubt, you can please exit. Mahendran sir, is it fine? Setraman sir?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, teachers who don't have any doubt, they can exit the class, no?
Oh, okay.
Are you able to see my screen, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Mahendran sir, I will simultaneously start this screen sharing because the class is over.
Okay, ma'am. Just I want to stop my recording or anything.
Yeah, we can stop the recording, and teachers also who don't have any doubt or any clarifications required can exit.
Okay, ma'am.